And they rejected my recent request for an additional $3.5 billion to secure the border. It's clear that immigration is a political issue that extreme Republicans are always going to run on. We need more resources to secure the border. Yet again, extreme Republicans have said no. The Republicans haven't been serious about this at all.
I think he just gave me COVID. Dana, it's time for you to take a little victory lap around this table. But first, I want to play this clip of you predicting that this would happen.
Playing a clip?
Yeah.
I do predict that Joe Biden, the president of the United States, commander-in-chief, will visit the border in 2023. It will become untenable, and he will have to go there.
So why did it take so long, Dana, and why did he do it now? Is it because of what you said yesterday, that he's taking advantage of the chaos?
I actually think it has to do with the fact of two things. He's going to Mexico for a visit, and that means that you're going to visit the country where you're having all of these problems on your southern border, and you will not have visited the border. That would be something that I think that would just be impossible for them to continue to ignore. And the other thing is, I believe that they're getting ready for him to announce he is going to run for re-election in 2024, and that not going to the border before that would have been, as I mentioned, untenable. So I think those two things came together. I think it's fortuitous for him that he's making this announcement in the midst of all of the other chaos, which is that, the media loves to focus on that and not so much on this. I think that they've ignored the crisis for so long that now that, remember when we said something had to change? Well, what changed in the media's mind? When did they start covering it? It was when the Republican governor started busing migrants to those cities. And now you have mayors in Chicago and D.C. and New York City and Philadelphia. And then you have the governor of Colorado saying, I'm going to send more migrants to New York. And now this is becoming a Democratic problem, saying, wait, we can't be the only ones dealing with this. This is a national problem. Local resources are being strained. So I do think that made a big difference. I don't know if you could say help is on the way for these border states, because it seemed to me like downloading an app is really not going to cut it when 3 million people have come across the border. There was hardly any mention of the gotaways and no mention of the people who were caught that were either have a criminal record or were on the terrorist watch list. We have a major, major problem. And maybe if I look for a silver lining and good news is that because he's going, they are going to have to cover it, and more people will be aware of what's happening.
I wonder if Joe knows what downloading an app is. He's probably assuming it's a potato skins.
What was that one thing they handed him the phone and he played Despacito?
That was awesome. I miss that kind of Joe.
I know.
Doesn't it kind of bug you, though, that this is now more a political act than a patriotic one? He was willing to ignore a massive problem, then agree with Republicans, and now he has to do it politically.
Yeah.
But it's politics, and if you look at the policy